this. They're ripped on purpose. I saw a bit of questioning. Namaste. Namaste. So nice to see all of you here this sunny morning. You guys ready for the snow? Yeah, wait 10 minutes. So some of you know a little bit about me, but maybe some of you don't know that before I started yoga, I was what I like to call a gym rat. And I know that's probably horrible terminology, but I would consider it so because I was there all the time. So my routine was probably from the time I was in high school. I would get up, usually either in the mornings or it would be after school, and I would hit the gym for probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I would work out with weights, I would run like crazy on the treadmill, and if I wasn't absolutely drenched in sweat, I felt like I didn't do anything. And then as I aged into about my 20s, I started to hang around, actually this was a little bit earlier I suppose, late teens, early 20s. I had quite a few friends at the gym who were bodybuilders, and I think that that is a whole different area that I never got into, but the one thing that I took from it was their diet at the time. And I wanted to lean down and look a certain way, and so I went on these extreme sort of fad diets that would get me the results that I was supposedly looking for. The problem with this, for me at the time, was that it was a lot of work. Like, it was a lot of time spent on finding results. It was like an hour and a half to 2 hours of exercise. And then every day I had to prepare a certain amount of food, and if you know anything about the bodybuilder diet, it's usually based around some type of meat, some type of broccoli, which those two I don't even touch anymore for a variety of reasons. And it's like gurgle, gurgle, ooh, excuse me. But, and so it was just so much effort. And then about 8 years ago, I got introduced to yoga. And I thought, please, I've been doing exercise for years, I can blow this away. So I go into an intermediate class, and I nearly lost my mind. Like, it was the most challenging thing I had done in a very long time. And even though I wasn't dripping with sweat per se, after the class, I felt like something changed. And it was like, It took me years to feel different from going to the gym and eating a certain way in this type of lifestyle. And within one class, I felt something shifted for me. I felt something changed. I felt like I was drawn back. And maybe it was the fact that I couldn't do a lot of it and I was challenged. I wanted to go back and see if I could master it, see if I could get that pose. And so it started with the physical. It was like, yeah, I want the yoga body now. Instead of the bodybuilder body, which, yeah, it's not gonna happen. I wanted the yoga body. And yet, within that one time, I knew I wasn't gonna get it, but it's like my mind shifted. And so I was thinking about that the other day, like, what is that? And I read in this fabulous book, Meditations from the Mat today, it just brought it all back for me. It was just so simple. It's on 147. It says, Hatha Yoga, and Hatha Yoga is really just the method of movement that we're doing in class. Hatha Yoga is a method that will achieve the maximum results by the minimum expenditure of energy. Let me read that again without dripping on my tongue. Hatha Yoga is a method that will achieve the maximum results by the minimum expenditure of energy. That's kind of cool. You don't have to do yoga every day for an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, every day to achieve some type of benefit. I know people that come in once a week, once every 2 weeks, and they still tell me that their mind is clear, that their heart rate can slow down, that they use the breath when they're stressed out, that those little teeny tiny changes are what really make the difference. And so I feel this is like the magic pill. Are we not all looking for, in some way, I don't want to say the easy way out, we're looking for minimum amount of energy expenditure for the maximum amount of results. Just something to think about today. So as we move, let's see if we can not put our full energy into every pose, thinking that we're just going to conquer it and master it. Back up a little bit, and maybe you'll find your results maximized. Okay? So let's come to our comfortable seated position, sitting up tall, shoulders are back, and the heart is high.